everyone, so today's video is going to be us voiceovering our rounds. I just thought I'd add in my 2 rounds from last competition just so you could see a little bit of improvement from when I add in the next rounds from yesterday. So this was the 105 speed class, and she popped that first fence really nicely, and then she was a bit wobbly on this line, so I just had to use a lot of leg to encourage her. And now I'm pushing her canter forward because that's where it gets really sticky, and she just keeps changing her legs, as you can see around that turn. So she gets the correct leg and she comes through this double really nicely because she jumped quite big into that first oxer, and then she sat up and waited for me, which was really good because a lot of them can rush in doubles, which was a problem with her. And then we kind of took this fence on a bit of an angle, even though it was more of a dog's leg, but obviously it was 105 speed class, and we're not that speedy at the moment. We just went for the clears, and also this was her warm-up for the 110, so take it nice and steady, get her confidence up and stuff. Then we came inside that fence and swing back to this one, which a lot of people were having down, but she popped that really nicely. And then I think, she backed off this coming fence because I kind of turned her and she was like, wait, what? And I should have kind of made my turn a bit bigger, but she still jumped it. She's very forgiving. And then we came down to this last line here because there were less fences because it was just one round against the clock. Jumped that really nice, and then just came down to this one and big pats for horse. So this is the 110 round, and she produced a really nice confident round. I'm just kind of seeing it for the first time in a very long time, so yeah. I think I was just trying to make her canter quite forward, and the first fence is down there, I think it's there. She jumped that really well, and then came down to this fence there. Again, jumped that really nicely, and then we're coming along to the double, which you can see I make a much better turn for that than the last round. Pop that really sweetly. And then I think it's the Liverpool fence next, which is kind of on the angle, which she normally jumps really big, and again jumped that huge, and I kind of overshot the turn a bit where she jumped it so big, so I kind of had to get her back on the right line, but she still jumped that very nicely, and then she just sawn out her legs. And then I think it's the light pink oxer now. Yeah, so you can see she got a bit sticky around that turn. Should have pushed her on a bit more. Very nice line. Got a tiny bit too quick, I'd say, in that distance, but she was careful enough, which is good. And then jumped that oxer really nicely over this one. There's nothing I can comment about that. That was really good. Are we not done yet? Oh yeah, it's this double. Jumped in really well. So careful to that last bit. And then this is the last line. So last time I kind of took it on a bit of an angle, but obviously in this one, time isn't the most important thing. So I kind of, used my space and then did the line right. And she did that last fence really well. So this was the 110 that she did yesterday, which is the newcomers. The first fence is that yellow one you can see down the bottom. Luckily, they don't change the courses for a lot of the classes, which is really good and handy. So this line was 7 strides, but I actually got 8 just because I didn't have enough canter to that first fence, and I didn't really want to kind of extend the canter a lot and chase her down that distance. So I just kind of made her go a bit quicker as the course went on. Well, I wouldn't say quicker, I'd say the canter got better as the course went on. So popped over that really nicely, lovely double. She's getting really good at doubles now. I don't want to jinx it, but they used to be her worst thing. And then, okay, I'll have to zoom in for this. So over this fence, she did something that she's never ever done before. So she kind of she kind of looks down and then kind of muddles her legs up. I'll just replay that in a second so you can see. So normally the Liverpool fences are white with the blue bit underneath, but I think she got a bit confused and she kind of looked down and wasn't expecting it, and then did that with her legs. But luckily it didn't affect her confidence after that, which is obviously the main thing. So I just kind of got her moving forward again and off my leg. And she did that fence really lovely. And then there is an oxer kind of on the corner, that red one you can see down there. Not the corner, sorry. But she did that really nicely. And I came inside this fence to this double, which is not really a massive turn, but you know, I'm getting there. It's something. And a lot of them were having this down because it was proving quite tight. But that was all right. And then, oh my God, so let me repeat that, okay? Hold on a minute. So, as you can see, we didn't have enough canter around the turn and she was disunited. We came to this fence, got a tiny bit too close, but look at those front legs. She really tried over that fence, bless her heart. So, she's so honest when it comes to things like that. And then we came down to this fence. Ella wanted me to go inside that red oxer there, but I went around it just because it was a bit risky and everyone was having it down where the jump off goes a bit higher. So these last few jumps are a bit higher. And popped down this last distance and absolutely lovely. Double clear in the bag. Okay, so this was the 120, same course as usual. They have such a mix of jumps in this class. Anyway, over that first, 7 strides, and I actually got 7 strides down this line, which was really, really good. And then pushed the canter on, kind of drifted a bit left there, as you can see, but she normally goes right, so. And then a double, and her back end, over that last one, she really flicked out, and that's such a progression because she's just kind of bring it through. But her technique is improving a lot. Okay, now this is a Liverpool, which obviously she kind of had a little bit of a problem on over last time. No problem this time, just popped it really nicely. Canter's moving forward a lot more, because you can see I'm kind of going a bit lighter in my seat, trying to push it on, because where the jumps are higher, she just needs to stop being a bit sticky. That's when she'll, you know, chip in or have poles. And then oxer on this corner here, very nicely. I didn't even bother going inside, because it's obviously not about winning. And then she came back to me a lot there, which was really good, because like I said, that was proving really tight for a lot of people. And this oxer, you can tell I learnt from last time because I didn't chip in. And she had a much more smoother canter. Okay, this one, I literally ran her at it, and she touched with her back legs, but lucky didn't fall. I don't know what I was thinking to that. And this is the last line that everyone was having down. I'm literally so happy she stayed careful to that first upright. And then over that last, massive pats for Luna. So Luna actually ended up going double clear and coming second in this class, because not many people were going clear. So that was amazing for her second ever attempt. Just a slow-mo me patting her.
Hi guys, so it's Ella here now. I'm just going to explain that last show we actually did do 2 classes. However, in the first class we got eliminated at fence 2. So there was literally 14 seconds worth of video, so I didn't think that there was any point of putting that in. However, the first round that you're going to see is the discovery from the last show that we went to at Anvil, and then the next 2 videos are going to be the British Novice and Discovery from yesterday. So I had to push him on during this round due to obviously us being eliminated the next one, and as you can see when I'm coming up to fence 2 I have to ride him to it, so I gave him a smack on the shoulder. And then actually the next 3 jumps he jumped perfectly fine. He was a little bit behind my leg as he was approaching this, so I had to push him on, but he jumped it really nicely, and then obviously did a nice related distance. He stuck his head up there for some random reason. I'm not too sure why, but yeah. And then, I'm not going to lie to you, the more we went around this course, the more kind of complacent that I got. And basically, I was like, oh yeah, Jarvis is jumping the jump, so I'm fine, we're going to get through this round. But as you can see after this jump, he jumped into this really nicely, he was quite careful to it. But yeah, after this, I was kind of like getting really jolly, he was jumping nicely around it, and he just caught me off guard because I stopped riding him, and then, yeah. My foot actually got stuck in that stirrup, which was very bad, but I obviously managed to land on my feet, so that was all right. And now is the time for Jarvis's progression. So this was yesterday's show in the British Novice where he went double clear, and he actually got a 3rd out of 40 people. So as you can see, I've actually learnt how to ride him around the course now. So I'm riding him a lot more forward, and I've got hold of his head so that he can't swing it out. Yep, I almost forgot where the jump was. But he got nice strides to quite a lot of them, and he was just travelling really, really nicely. And I almost didn't give him time to think about refusing. So I feel like that really works well with him now. He jumped this jump really nicely. He really picked his feet up to that.
Like this.
We were actually just going for a double clear in this round. Like, we didn't expect to get placed, but I feel like because I was pushing him on so much, because I didn't want him to stop and I didn't want him to have the chance, and I didn't want to get complacent, because obviously I learnt from last time, we actually ended up going pretty fast. He went a little bit flat into this double, which I'm not too happy about, because he didn't really come back to me during the middle of it, but he didn't have it down, so that was fine. And then I really had to ride him on this line, because as you can see at the back, this is the jump that he literally always refuses, but he literally didn't even bat an eyelid at it. So hopefully, fingers crossed now, he's actually over his fear of fillers and he isn't going to like take the mick anymore. But yeah, as you can see, we didn't even do any turns. He was just travelling really, really fast. And then over the last, and yeah, big pats. So now it is the time for the discovery, and where I push him on so much when I go in, he actually just came over flat down to this line, and then he got cross and tried to bump me around the corner, which was lovely. But I told him to get on with it, and he was actually fine for the rest of the round.
Angry.
The course actually stayed the same for both our British Novice and Discovery round. This time round, I was actually more comfortable with how he was going, so I didn't actually have to ride as fast, although it may look like it. I really messed him up to that stride there, so that pole was 100% my fault. He jumped this jump really nicely again. He really gets his feet up, which I love at the moment. He's actually being really, really careful. Well, apart from when I actually mess him up. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, he will always try to save me. I don't know what jumps next. Oh yeah, the double. Okay, he also did go quite flat into this at the moment, so I think some double training is needed, because yeah, he just needs to slow down and actually come back to when I check him during the middle of it. But obviously it's still a work in progress and we're still not 100% there. I didn't have to ride him as much down this line due to him obviously jumping it before, but in both of these rounds he just felt so much more confident. And as you'll see in a minute, I actually took a little turn here. I don't know why, but yeah, he saved my bum to this one, because yeah, I got him on a really bad stride, but yeah, he was really good, and I don't know what my lower leg was doing there. But so this video is actually quite short, but thank you all for watching. If you stayed to the end, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and follow both of mine and Molly's Instagrams, which will be linked down in the description, and we'll see you next time.